All right, there you go. It's starting to connect to everything. You might get some alerts on your phone that's saying, "Hey, you're live."
Oh, it says live already.
Cool, cool. All right.
There it is.
Good afternoon, everybody that's watching from all these different platforms that we're streaming from. We got some people from scattered all around Texas for a great show that we've been trying to hype up for the last week. That was a pretty good idea that popped up into both of our heads. Today show is a little special because we are going to be highlighting who the biggest Cowboys fans are. And before you say it, everybody knows the Cowboys fans, whether you love them or you hate them, you're going to be watching. All right. Everybody loves watching the Cowboys. Fans, non fans, I bet you they know more players from other teams, from the Cowboys teams, than they do their own team. All right. So we're just going to leave it at that. So we're going to get straight to the point today. We're taking off the gloves and we're going to say who's got the biggest Cowboy fans, whether it be the Valley or San Antonio. And today I'm bringing in Mr. Vicente Solar from the Valley and RGV Tours. Welcome on in.
Hey Marcos, how you doing? Thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to have you behind the live stream. I know that you're a pro at this, and I know that it's going to come off all easy because we're going to be highlighting what you guys do and pretty much what we do. We've just a little bit of background. We'll pretty much go from hit a little highlights that how we got to know each other, what pretty much where we started this whole thing, and how we've grown over the past couple of years. I'm excited to call you a friend. I'm excited to call you and ask you for a little bit of advice because we do the same thing. We're just 250 miles apart. So
Yeah.
going to that, I guess I wanted to introduce you and pretty much tell you what we'll be discussing. We're going to be talking about who the biggest Cowboy fans are. You think the Valley's got good fans, or is it all just San Antonio?
Well, as much as I love you, Marcos, and you know I do, the RGV has the best Cowboy fans. I
They
mean,
are very loyal. I give you that because y'all travel an extra 4.5 hours further, and y'all are always full of life by the time y'all get off. And I see y'all pull. Y'all, I think y'all get to the game. What time do y'all normally get to the game?
well, typically on Sunday noon games, we get to Dallas a day before. But
Okay,
we have that tailgate for 3 hours before the game, and the RGV fans just get wild, and we take over
I
the
could see
tailgate
that.
party, and it's always a lot of fun.
What are some of the best cowboy stories that you've had on trips? 'Cause you still go on the trips, or did you already grow too much that you skip out on that?
Well, let me tell you, we've been blessed. We've been doing these tours for 12 years now. And I remember the first couple of seasons, I was the tour guide for every single tour. Um, Now we have some staff that usually take the trips, and we have a lot of stories. But the ones that we love the most is when customers come back and say, "Hey, I hadn't had a chance to spend this much time with my daughter, my son, and we just have these great memories, and we're gonna hold them forever." There's a father and daughter that travel with us every year, and she lives in Waco, I believe. So this is the only time during the year that they get to spend the weekend together, and we love that.
Oh my goodness. Likewise, I love hearing those stories and then just watching him grow from there. They'll meet like another set of family that's doing kind of the same thing, and then they end up traveling together for the same game. They start coordinating in the fall. Like we just put up the picture of your groups over there, and my goodness, they're all Cowboys. I guess you might be right because we take a little bit of other fans as well for whoever's playing the opposite team. I know I've seen a lot of Commanders fans, a lot of Packers fans, uh, some Steelers fans. I don't know where they come from, but we've seen it all when it comes to all of these trips. And just we've already introduced you, but give us a little bit of history between RGV Tours, the charter bus company. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you get into this industry as a whole.
Well, as you know, Marcos, and we've known each other for many years. We started 16 years ago providing charter bus services, and we were brokers. We didn't have our own equipment, and I remember reaching out to you guys. Talking to your brother in the middle of the night, and you guys helping us out with charter buses. I think we've been working since day one, you and I.
Oh yeah, I know hearing some of those calls, and I was like, oh,
That's
where
Vicente again.
I don't even think I knew like any of the cities in the valley at the time when but you would send us so much inquiries, and we did so many trips. I'm like, where's Harlingen? Where's McAllen? I thought they were the same thing, and I was just so lost in all of that. But you opened up the door for us down there, and we like to return the favor as much as we can. What about what other like communities do you guys do besides just Cowboys tours? Do you guys do any other tours, or what do you really? I know you got a university down there that is growing almost as big as some of the ones here in San Antonio.
Yeah, and we're excited about their growth and the impact they're making on the community. But let me go back a little bit on how we transitioned from only charter buses to tours. So my wife used to work for Disney World, and obviously she's obsessed with all of anything that has to do with Disney World. So about 12 years ago, she started asking me, "Hey, why don't we do a tour to Disney?" I know all the inside and in and out. I mean, we can give great recommendations to our customers. So I believe it was in the summer of 2012. We took 98 people, two full buses, to Disney
Wow.
World, and from there we started doing soccer tours. We do wine tours. We go to Fredericksburg. Um, we do San Antonio trips as well. We take people to Six Flags, and
Nice.
obviously the Cowboy tours. We do all of the home games for the past 12 seasons, and we absolutely love it. A lot of our following, a lot of the people that we have on Facebook, and they follow us because of the Cowboy tours.
Oh yeah, wait, I can definitely see that, and that's a little bit of something that we do as well when it comes to some of the tours and getting to. A lot of people ask like, why are you so close, and how can you do business with somebody that does the competition and does all, and they ask me all these questions to try to knock me off my horse, and I'm like, well, there's enough there's enough for everybody. All right. If you partner together with people that do the exact same thing and are doing the things the right way, then it makes everything flow transitionally so smoothly. I appreciate you for always giving us the support we need when we're in the valley and returning the favor and watching you guys grow and watching us grow together. It's just been like a dream come true. Watching y'all's new home that y'all just built. How long did that take you guys? We got a little picture in
Oh
the back.
man, it's a dream come true. We bought the property um in October of 2 years ago, and we finished the build last December. So we've been here for about 6 7 months, and we love having our own place where people can park their vehicles and we can depart from here. They can you know don't have to worry about that. Because before we used to leave from just a parking lot, at a mall area, and
Praying that it didn't rain, praying that the weather wasn't. I see y'all like backed up in there. Everyone's got their blankets and they're boarding y'all's bus, and I'm like, I see a lot of it, and I'm like, man, I wish we
well, it
could have did
doesn't
that
rain
when we
much
were
here
growing.
in the valley, but our very first departure from our office was back in December, and it was cold.
Oh yeah,
So it was nice to have everybody get on the bus, in the garage. They were warm and they were able to get their seats and all that. So it was pretty
That
cool.
yeah, that's it's beautiful to see it. And you guys have still a lot more space to build a lot of stuff. And like guys said, just a band of brothers. That's true. We just don't play any instruments. At least I don't. I'm a lead singer. That's where I. That's as far as I take it. But yeah, just watching the growth and seeing you guys. I think how many more buses are you buying by the end of next year?
Well, hopefully two or three more. We would love
Uh,
to. That
and
you
that would
mentioned the university. University is growing. Now we're going to have a football team. We're very excited about the football program, and obviously that's going to require a lot of traveling.
oh yeah.
So yeah, the valley is growing, man. It is
Oh,
growing. All the
by the
cities you mentioned, Harlingen, Alamo, we're all together now. I mean, it's
I,
only a block in between cities, so now it's all a big, big area called the Rio Grande Valley.
and that's where I think that I need the support from our OK Tours family to kind of show San Antonio a little bit as well, because it used to be easy. I used to be like, oh, okay, McAllen, that's easy. Edinburgh, all right, fine. But now that y'all are all growing together, you guys are almost close to where we are as a city. Now we're touching a little bit between New Braunfels and um, uh, what is it? Castroville and a little bit of Bernie. We don't go to Austin because those guys they're different. We draw the line right there off of San Marcos. But for the most part, watching y'all grow, watching us grow, I see it and I love it. But now I think we have to talk about how loyal these Cowboys fans are and why the city of San Antonio has overthrown the valley when it comes to the fans. Now, before you go crazy on me, and before all your fans start popping in here, I mean, we got a couple. We got one from San Angelo, three from San Antonio. I don't know if your fans are going to come in or if they're just showing off, but they're trying to show out a little bit like the
We
Cowboys in the
have
fourth
Miss
quarter.
we have Miss Nunez there, and
Okay,
I
all
know
right.
there's a few RGV Cowboy fans already logged in.
They're hiding. They're hiding. It's okay. Watch when we start giving stuff away, then they'll start popping up and be like, "Oh, okay, hey." Um, Now, highlight since you guys aren't doing a preseason game for right now, I give y'all like 2 years before y'all start doing those. We have to do our preseason games because we're season ticket holders. But we have one bus that's going up there. They're going to do a turnaround game. Um, I see a lot of similarities that we have. We finally started doing the Bill Bates tailgate, and that's something that we don't know anything about because you got see look I just mentioned the valley and everybody started coming in and chiming in 40956 RGV Tours. Okay, I think I poked the bear. I'm
Yeah, there
sorry.
you go. You
I'm
see?
sorry. Hey, okay. They're coming out. They're coming out surely, slowly but surely. All right. I think they just needed to go get a cold beverage to mention where they were coming from. But Bill Bates, tell me a little bit about that because it's going to be our first year that we do the tailgate. And with your experience, tell me how that whole tailgate process goes.
Oh, it's amazing. Our people love it. There's other companies out there, Corpus and stuff like that. And what differentiate us from the rest is, the Bill based tailgate party. It's 3 hours of a lot of fun. There's contests. There's always cowboy legends signing autographs, taking pictures. Chris and his staff are amazing. The food is delicious, and obviously the drinks. There's always plenty of drinks to go around.
What is your go-to food there? Because like I said, I'm somebody that hasn't been yet. We always did our own little tailgate, but a lot of the friends from San Angelo were like, "Hey, you guys need to work together. Y'all need to get in this tailgate because you're missing out." And I'd always see like we would leave from the parking lot and pass the tailgate, hear everybody, and I would just like get on my phone, all embarrassed. Hey, our tailgate's not that live yet, but it will be. It will be. And now that we're partnering with you guys and doing the Bill Bates tailgate, I think that we'll be able to catch up and have some good time. But what is your go-to food there and maybe beverage, if you're feeling a little exotic?
Well, Beverages, I'm a standard guy. But when it comes to food, I really like the menu during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is it's really good. They keep it with the Thanksgiving theme, and there's a lot of food to go around. People love it, and you can't miss the barbecue. The barbecue during any other regular game, it's super good, super cool. Always, good quality food, and the space also is really good. People, are able to get a table and sit with their friends and family, and everybody wearing a cowboy jersey becomes family to you at the time of the tailgate.
Of course, once that like drink starts coming in and start that first round of barbecue, that first little beverage, you can smell it. You can already taste and smell fun going in there. I heard they have DJs there too, or in like live events.
They do contests
Oh,
and dancing contests. I remember my son. Right now he's 15, but he was maybe 3 or 4, and he won a contest. That it's very family oriented. So for those,
nice.
that's one of the questions people usually ask, because there's a lot of alcohol and stuff like that. But no, it's super family friendly. They have security there, and kids also have a lot of fun.
Nice. That was going to be my next question too, because we have a multi group, and you guys as well have a multi group of no age restrictions. A lot of other people that put together their tours, they have like coolers on there, and it ends up turning like a wrestling match. Whenever they're like Romo this, Dak that, they're going back and forth. For our events, we keep it more family oriented. So going to the tailgate and you already giving us the experiences of yourself just means a lot. It gives a lot of people peace of mind that hey, we can take our kids and we're not going to have to worry about all the craziness before we get into the stadium. All that craziness in the stadium, that's all foul play.
Yeah. Another thing your customers are gonna love, the noon games. The tailgate party starts at 12, from 10 to 12, and
Okay.
then an extra hour after the game from 3 to 4. So
Yeah.
before we come back, we get to eat and have a few drinks before we get on the bus and head back. So you guys are gonna love that too.
Oh my goodness. Now we leave. Do you guys leave an hour after the game or?
Well, it all depends. On most of the games, yes. Whenever it's, noon games or 3 p.m., we do come back right after the game. For
Okay.
night games or Thanksgiving games, we go back to the hotel, and the next morning we have a free guided tour of the stadium, which is super cool.
Nice.
Our customers love that.
See, you guys are ahead of the game on that one. We haven't done any guided tours yet because we haven't had anybody that's wanted to do that. I guess, but
Oh
the
no,
Cowboys
look
fans are
into it.
loyal in the
Look
Valley.
into it because it's a lot of fun. You get to go into the locker rooms, the media room. You get to visit all the levels of the stadium. So it's
Nice.
it's really cool.
Now,
You
what
get,
time
you
do
get
they
to kick
open
a
up?
field goal like I did. Remember?
You get to kick a field goal. Oh man, I think I might kick a field goal and hit mostly turf out there. I'm a little traumatized of kicking anything on turf. But now going back to that tailgate, do they open like right as the game's over or like a couple minutes before?
Usually during the fourth quarter, that's well, they keep the restaurant. They keep it open.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
it's just across the street from. It's on the west side of the stadium, so
Yes.
people are welcome to. If they, for any reason, nobody leaves the stadium before, but let's say they do, they can always walk back in. They'll give you guys a wristband, so you can go in and out. The
I,
tailgate party does open 3.5 hours before the game starts,
okay.
and that's around the time we usually get there.
Nice. Nice. We have a big feed that's popping up right now. Miss Lily breaking bread with other Cowboys fans. The trivia contest. It's Barry Bell. Everybody becomes a big family. That's awesome. Nunez, go Cowboys. Um, guy with the cheerleaders. Jerry, go Cowboys. So yeah, I mean, I think you guys are winning the Cowboy loyalty right there on that part. But I mean, every time that we do go, we leave an hour after the game. So I think that might be a little bit an issue. We might have to stretch an extra 15 minutes because if they go straight to that tailgate after to get something to eat on the way before we leave, I think they really might love that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm one that leaves a little bit earlier, only because I have to make sure that our my phone is charged, and answering people's phone calls to say, hey, what lot are we in, or this and that. Even though I tell them to follow the jelly bean trail, sometimes they do get lost. So that's why I leave early, not because the Cowboys are winning by 20 points or not. It's because I have to do that. But there has been some times where I'm just walking back to the bus and a little sad or doing something. I'll stop at a Jack in the Box. But being able to go back in there right after the game, I mean that's a pretty good little gig right there. So we're excited about the tailgate. I hope to see y'all's fans out there too, taking some Valley versus San Antonio pictures before the game, as long as they're all Cowboys fans. But I know that you guys, there's not a lot of travelers that are from other teams that are going on y'all's buses, are there?
Well, you'll be surprised. Every year on the Eagles bus, we have about half and half. We've done actually uh, a bus for Cowboys and then a bus for Eagle fans. There's a big group of Eagle fans here in the Valley.
I mean, all you have to do for the Eagles fans is like open up the bay doors and just or send them in the sprinter, keep them all tight and squeezed in there. You don't need to be
Send them
out
on
there
the Great
enjoying
Home
our
bus.
stadium. Yeah, right. They have, I mean, within the last couple of years, there's always been some times where we Eagles fans do travel. I even have some guy that wore like an Eagles costume, had an American flag, and then the jersey hanging off the. So they are there, not as much as years past. Now I see them a lot more because they're doing decent. Um, but for the most part, it's always Washington. The divisional games, there's always a big following. There hasn't been a lot for the Giants fans because they haven't been doing that well. But it doesn't matter whether the Cowboys are 5-12 or 12-5. The fans show up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's amazing, how season after season, Cowboy fans are loyal, are there. They always have faith on the team, and at the end of the day, everybody, even though if they win, they lose, it doesn't matter. They come back and they're super happy,
Oh
and they
yeah.
want to do it again. That's the great thing.
Well, I think that you need to start pre-selling your postseason tickets, because I think this might be our year, as I say every year, to start looking into saving a little bit of $100 underneath the pillowcase when we get to the fall, because I don't know, I feel a little bit confident in our Cowboys making it further along this year. So we're definitely gonna experience that, and definitely what is the best way for the Valley fans that are going through you guys? How do they book? Because I took a little page out of your book and I like the payment options. So now we have that on our website. But what about you? How are they able to get a hold of you and get a contact with you?
Well, we rely a lot on social media. And as you know, we just redesigned our website, rgvtours.com. That's the easiest way to book. Not only because it's so easy to use, but because it tells you real time what type of tickets are available, right?
Okay.
So for every game we have 20 standing tickets, we have 16 upper level tickets, we have 12 middle section tickets, and then we have about a few lower level tickets. So you can go to the website rgvtours.com and you can find out
Right there.
exactly how many tickets there are. And as you know, we have that easy payment plan which people can book with only $20, and then have automatic installment plans. So that's pretty
Nice.
cool. I have some people that booked back in May when we come up with the packages and are
And
going
they're
a
ready.
November game and they're paying $15 a week.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's amazing to have that already, to have that peace of mind, and you're already a month before the game. You're like, hey, I got my thing already paid off. I don't have to worry about drinks or food that whole day, because pretty sure at the hotel you're getting food, at the tailgate you're getting food, you're getting your drinks in. I think the only thing that does not cover is maybe the Pedialyte and Gatorades the day after.
Yeah, no, that's not included, but everything else is. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that people go and they just have fun and relax, and we'll take care of the rest. They just have to get on the bus, and that's it.
Awesome, awesome. And then we have our link also as well, or our oktours.com/cowboys. That's where everybody can book and make their payments as well. But I think we have to go back before we get off and before we, take any questions of anybody out there, you know, besides being the Cowboys, I think we're gonna draw a line right here for now. We're gonna have to come back to this and who has the biggest Cowboy fans because I saw a lot of Valley 956, all that. I saw it all, but just for hindsight, who has the best tacos? Because it's always been a competition between Austin and San Antonio that it's not even close. They have different style stuff. But you travel to San Antonio a lot because you know that San Antonio is a great place. What would you say are better? The tacos over there, or the tacos over here? The tamales over there, or the tamales over here?
Well, I have to say this: the tacos are good in both places. I've had really, really good tacos in the San Antonio area, but tamales, the tamales are here in the valley. They're the best, and that's why you
Oh,
guys, Delia's Tamales had to go to San Antonio and
yeah,
open
that
up there because you
I
guys
still
didn't
have
have
yet to
any
try
tamales.
that, but I saw the line, and I think you still drive by there, and the tamale line is so long. I'm gonna have to hold you to that and say, hey,
You need to
send
go
me
try
some,
them. You
send me
need.
some on that next Cowboy 956 tacos, hands down. I don't know, I don't know. Okay,
Well, the
we'll
thing
give
is
you all
that,
that.
Marcos, to be fair, you're used to Taco Bell, so I mean,
Oh,
it's not the
all
same
right,
thing.
okay, fair. In fair, Austin has the worst tacos. That's true. I mean, compared to Texas, Austin does the food quality up there as well. But I'm not gonna let you pass that. Okay, food, I'll let y'all have it. But y'all are coming over here for the sport for the theme parks. You know that we have the theme park. You throw a rock and you're hitting entertainment. You know that you got Fiesta Texas, you got SeaWorld, you got I was gonna say Six Flags, kind of it's still the same thing. We got aquarium, we got a bunch of different museums. So as far as food, y'all take the cake on that. As far as the entertainment and theme parks, I guess we can have that unless you guys have something else that competes with any of those.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you on the theme parks, but we have Sao Padre Island. You guys don't have a beach,
We have no beach.
and we have a lot of beautiful people. I mean, the atmosphere here in the valley is great. Everybody's is friendly. I know San Antonio too, but I think we're a little bit better.
Oh, okay. I'll give y'all that. I'll give you that. And what about the weather? I mean, we're hitting the week where we're hitting nothing but hundreds. And we are very, very humid. I mean, I can't even walk from one side of the building to outside and to the next side without like being drenched in sweat. Like I see the sun coming in through the outside. What's the weather like over there?
It's weather-wise, it's about the same. What I have noticed, Marcos, is that there's a lot of wind here, so that helps us out.
Okay.
It's a valley, so we have nothing to stop the wind, and that helps out a little bit. Not when you're playing golf, right? But but yeah, in terms of how do you feel it, it's a little bit better. Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, I think we split a lot. For the most part, we'll let it be. We're gonna let all of these videos and everyone's coming in, and we appreciate y'all for taking the time to stop by after work. I know everyone's like, "Man, what are we doing today? What's for dinner?" And then just seeing our faces pop up, talk about who's got the best food and who's got the best Cowboys fans. Um, but I see a lot up there, and we appreciate all the love and support. 956 out there, all the way to 210. It's nothing but love, nothing but good vibes. We hope to see you guys in Dallas together so we can get some laughs, get some drinks in, get some good food in, and we'll judge the barbecue together.
All right, that's a deal.
All right. Well, until the next one, we're gonna come back to this. I say in a couple of months, once the season goes out there, I'm gonna count all your fans out there who's really a Cowboys fan, who's not, and then we'll get back to it going into the playoffs.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for having us, Marcos. Thank you for this opportunity. To all the 210 fans, how you doing? 956 is the best.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Well, thank y'all, and we'll see you guys on the next one.